Hi students, good morning. Today I am going to teach you about the abnormal constituents of urine. This is one of the major practical tests that we used to conduct in the laboratory for first year MBBS students who are studying biochemistry. Coming to the part of explanation of abnormal constituents of urine, for that you have to prepare the page into three columns. First one is experiment, second one is observation, and the third one is inference. Now, how to perform the abnormal constituents of urine? First of all, we required three kinds of solutions. Those are solution 1, test for protein and blood. Solution 2, test for glucose and ketone bodies. Solution 3, test for bile salts and bile pigments. Coming to the part of explanation of tests that comes under test for protein and blood. Those are heat and acetic acid test, sulfosalicylic acid test, and benzidine test. Now, how to perform a heat and acetic acid test? For that, take a clean and dry test tube. Fill 2/3 of the test tube with urine sample. Heat the upper portion 1/3 of the sample. Then add 1 to 2 drops of 1% acetic acid to it. Now, what is the observation? A white coagulum is observed in the upper portion. What does it indicate? It indicates the presence of protein in the urine. This is the way how we used to perform the heat and acetic acid test. Now coming to the part of sulfosalicylic acid test. Take 3 ml of urine sample in a clean and dry test tube. For that we have to add few drops of 20% sulfosalicylic acid. What is the observation? A white precipitate is observed. What does it indicate? It indicates the presence of protein in the given sample. Now the test is benzidine test. Take 1 ml of benzidine solution in a clean and dry test tube. Add 1 ml of H2O2 to it. Now add equal quantity of urine sample to it. What is the observance? Transient blue-green color is observed in the test tube. What does it indicate? It indicates the presence of blood in the given sample. This is the way how we used to perform the test for protein and blood. Now coming to the part of explanation of the solution 2, test for glucose and ketone bodies. What are the kinds of tests that comes under test for glucose and ketone bodies with the help of the solution 2? Those are Benedict's test, ketone bodies, Rothra's test, and Grehart's test. Test for glucose we used to conduct Benedict's test. Test for ketone bodies we used to conduct Rothra's test and Grehart's test. Now benzidine test I will explain you. Take 5 ml of benzidine reagent in a clean and dry test tube. Boil it for 30 seconds. Now add 8 drops of urine sample to it and mix well. Again boil it for 1 minute. What is the observation then? Brick red precipitate is observed. What does it indicate? It indicates the presence of reducing sugars in the given sample. This is the way how we used to perform Benedict's test. Now coming to the part of test for ketone bodies. The first test is Rothra's test. For that, take 5 ml of urine sample in a clean and dry test tube. Saturate the sample with solid ammonium sulfate. Then add 2 to 3 drops of freshly prepared 5% sodium nitroprusside to it. Now mix well. Add 1 ml of strong ammonia solution along the sides of the test tube. Then what is the observation? What you used to observe? Purple colored ring is observed at the junction of the two solutions. What does it indicate? It indicates the presence of ketone bodies in the given urine sample. Now coming to the part of Grehart's test. Take 3 ml of urine in a clean and dry test tube. Add 10% FeCl3 drop by drop till the maximum precipitate of ferric phosphate is formed. Now filter it to the filtrate. Add further quantity of FeCl3 to it. Now what is the observation? Port wine color is observed. What does it indicate? It indicates the presence of ketone bodies in the given urine sample. Now coming to the part of bile salts. Test for bile salts. In this we used to get two kinds of tests. Those are Hayes test and Fauchett's test. For bile salts we used to perform Hayes test. For bile pigments we used to perform Fauchett's test. Now coming to the part of performance of Hayes test. Take 2 clean test tubes and mark one test tube as T and another test tube as C. T means test, C means control. take 5 ml of urine in T marked test tube and take 5 ml of water or the distilled water in C marked test tube. Sprinkle sulfur powder gently in both the test tubes. Now what you used to observe? You used to observe sulfur powder sinks to the bottom in the T marked test tube and floats on the C marked test tube. What does it indicates? It indicates the presence of bile salts in the given urine sample. Now coming to the performance of tests for bile pigments. We used to perform the test, Fauchett's test, for the test for bile pigments. For that you required take 5 ml of urine sample in a clean and dry test tube. Add 1 ml of BaCl2 and 1 ml of MgSO4 and mix well and filter it. Now unfold the filter paper on a dry one and press gently to squeeze out. Add 1 or 2 drops of Fauchett's reagent to it. Now what is the observation? You used to observe a bluish green color is observed on the filter paper. I repeat, bluish green color is observed on the filter paper. What does it indicates? It indicates the presence of bile pigments in the given urine sample. Now this is the way how we used to perform the test for abnormal constituents of urine in the laboratory, in the biochemistry laboratory for the first year MBBS students. This is the way. Solution 1 is test for protein and blood. Solution 2 is test for glucose and ketone bodies. Solution 3 is test for bile salts and bile pigments. This is one of the major practical tests that we used to perform in the laboratory. Hope you all understood and learned a lot in a easy way and in a simple way about the abnormal constituents of urine. Thank you.